My name is Zipporah, and I am the wife of Moses the prophet. My husband's people made a big deal over the fact that I was a Midianite, a tribe of the Cushites. They didn't consider me to be of God's chosen people, although I am a descendant of Tyyra, Abraham's second wife, and like her, I was a black woman. I met Moses while drawing water with my sisters. A group of shepherds had begun to harass us, calling us out of our names, not allowing us to get our water and get out of there. Then an Egyptian came up, at least he was dressed like one. He came up and sent them away. He had to be a man of God, because otherwise, how could this older, nervous, stuttering man send a crowd of rude shepherds away? My father Jethro and Moses grew fond of each other, and Moses became closer to my family and closer to me. My father gave me to Moses in marriage, and we started a family of our own. Moses, myself, and our 2 sons. Soon after the birth of our second son, Moses runs into our home, stumbling and stuttering about a voice coming from a burning bush. He said it was on fire, but it did not become consumed. That would leave anybody shaken. I had not known the name of God before then, but that night, seeing Moses rushing to pack up to get us to Egypt, I knew that Yahweh was a force to be reckoned with, and still is a force to be reckoned with. And so I went with him and took our 2 sons with us. Any doubt on following God's will was wiped on the night at the inn. Our second son was a week old by then, and Moses had not yet circumcised him. Can you believe that he was supposed to lead his people out of Egypt and had not followed his God's earliest commandments? God was just as offended and much angrier. In a heated confrontation at the inn, 2 of God's angels had confronted Moses. His life was in danger and only his feet were showing. I was terrified. Just as I was beginning to know this God better, I had been forced to find out the full extent of his power from the wrath that my family had brought. In that moment, I realized what had put my husband and family's life in danger. Failure to perform God's commands. So I took a flint, cut the foreskin off of my second son, and flung it at Moses' feet. I shouted, "Surely a bloody bridegroom thou art to me." You see, when Miriam and Aaron had criticized Moses for marrying me, they hadn't thought about how I had saved their brother's life. They hadn't considered that I had been a descendant from the father of their nation, Abraham. They were so fixated on the fact that Moses had committed a social taboo that they failed to see that love is love. And to all the ignorant people out there who can't recognize beauty in a black woman, an Ethiopian woman, a Cushite, take a look at the name of your cosmetic store, Sephora. Now, who do you think they got that name from?
All right, you could do better than that. That's Tyra Jamison giving us the account of Sephora, the wife of Moses, and she did a wonderful job. You know, the word does say study to show yourself approved, and that is certainly what she did. I mean, I'm learning facts that I've never even heard of or did not know, and we just want to give a big round of applause to Dr. Steele for working with them and pushing them and encouraging them to do that research. Again, I had my pen and was taking notes from some of the things that you said as well, and it makes me want to go and dive deeper into the Word to find out what other African American people are in the Word that we read each and every day.